boss jock has entered the building. You are listening to the Sportcat Show.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Your fearless leader is here. When I tell you guys and gals, this show goes right down to the minute. Everything was going perfect, and then the computer locked up. I don't know. It is what it is. All right, well, let's bring in my beautiful and wonderful sidekick for the show, Miss Brenda.
Sidekick.
Let's see. We need to thank Dare Talk Radio, Radio X, Radio X Gold. There's a whole bunch of the Radio X's. Thank you everyone in Australia for tuning in and listening and making the magic. And I encourage you to come over and find us on YouTube. We've got great people in the chat, as always. My number one mod, Denise. She's here to keep everybody out of trouble and keep them straight. And we've got Jason here. I saw Chris in there somewhere. I don't know where he was. Chris is here. We're missing Wendell and KG, but they'll show up in time. And let me get this out of the way for us, Brenda, because I want to make sure that everybody understands that I'm just a paramedic. I'm not a scientist.
The views, opinions, and satirical content expressed on Sportcat's Daily Gazette are those of the host, Glenn Sportcat Jackson, and do not reflect the views of any affiliated networks, sponsors, or platforms hosting the show.
Are those with big heads?
This show is intended for entertainment purposes only.
That's right. So
please note, satire and humor, all commentary, especially on news, sports, and entertainment,
that's right,
is presented in a satirical manner. Statements made on this show should not be taken as factual reporting or professional advice.
I'm not a doctor, I'm not a scientist. I'm just a guy.
I don't have any professional advice for us other than if you have a pimple, go ahead and pop it.
Don't do it. That's medical advice. How the hell are you, Brenda?
I'm here. I woke up. I'm here. Oh my God.
That's always a perk.
Sometimes.
I rushed to get offline yesterday for a doctor's appointment, which I'm still not clear. Just thought it was an emergency. I was like, what? You're the doctor. Never mind. So I had that, and then had to get up early for another online doctor's appointment, only to find out that my primary care provider sent me to the wrong doctor and through the wrong labs at the wrong time, and I have a script for steroids and an antibiotic, and I don't know why. I'm listening. I'm like, did you get me confused? Maybe with somebody else.
Yeah.
What happened?
It's like your doctor calling you one day and telling you, "I'm so sorry, you only have 24 hours to live." 2 days later, calling you back saying, "Oops, you were the wrong patient."
That's the wrong number. I really don't know what that was about. So I'm awaiting an email from her to see. I know when I've went into the facility, they call you, they'll say Jackson, and I'll stand up, and about that time 3 other people will be. Reminder, I live in Atlanta. It's a very large populated area. And she's like, no, I want the white one. No, that's me. Literally, I'm not making that up.
Oh my God.
Get me the fuck out of Atlanta.
You gotta wait till I move, and then you can just come to my place and go fishing.
Well, I'm in talks with a realtor in Pensacola, so I have an email waiting to open, and I don't want to open it.
The only fishing that's good out there, though, is like deep sea fishing. And that's a lot of fun.
No, there's bass if you go a little further inland.
That's not fishing in Florida. They'll laugh at you.
Oh no! Go to the pier. Yeah, those fish bite. Don't ask how I know that, but we were out there one day and a guy caught like a 40-pound stingray right off the pier.
Holy crap!
And I was like,
you threw it back, right?
I've seen how this ended for the Australian guy. I'm getting the hell out of here.
That's what I was going to say. It's like cracky.
There's pros there on the beer, and there's a way apparently of debarbing it, horning it. They did it humanely, and the guy was going to throw it back in. People come running up. They may not have been from around here, and they were like, "You going to throw that up?" And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "We eat that." Okay, give me $20.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
I've never had stingray. It may be a delicacy. I don't know. I asked later, and they said you chop it up and you fry it. In the South, you can fry anything. So I don't disagree with that.
Yeah, squirrel, turtle.
Mountain Dew real. No, the damn doctor said you got to quit the Mountain Dew. Like, what kind of doctor tells you that? No.
Oh, one that knows.
No.
Yes, I keep telling you. Didn't I tell you you had to cut back on your Mountain Dew?
I have 2 cans a day. 2
That's
cans.
good.
That's it.
You didn't used to have that much. You used to have more than that.
Shit, when I lived in Tennessee, I had like 2 liters a day. Yeah. After my first kidney stone, I was like, yeah, no more of that.
Oh yeah, I like. I don't. Kidney stones don't even bother me anymore. I can pass them at home because I pass so many. I have like scar tissue, but I hate it for a man because once it gets in our bladder, we just pee it out. You guys, it goes down one canal, sits in your bladder, and goes down the other, tears your ass up. Ah!
Well, it's not the ass, but
no, I
it's
know.
a shoot. It's a shoot. I had a guy I worked with, paramedic, and he would get him, and he could actually hear him going ting, ting, ting on the urinal when he was peeing.
Yep.
And then of course I had another coworker that they called me emergency to the fire station. He was a paramedic. He was trying to remove it with from the canal with his Gerber tool. I was like, Cap, I got some drugs for that. I'm down, Cap. But
yeah. I hope you guys like shot him up with morphine and made him pass out so he wouldn't do that.
He got Toradol and Versed, and he made something else. Hell, I don't know. Huh? I
take a 1 little 5 narco. That's all I take. Slam a shitload of water and lay down and relax, and then I get up and have to pee, and it's all gone. Tink.
Yeah, in the ambulance, if they call for kidneys, I take care of them because it hurts. I mean, it is a very painful thing. So, and who would have thought a little thing the size of a damn grain of sand would kill you?
Mine are usually bigger than that. I'll go into the ER if it's real bad, like if it's stuck for a while, and they come in and I say, just give me a bag of saline, give me some medication, and leave me a cup, and I'll give it to you.
The worst one I had, and I swear I'll never do yard work again. Easter Sunday, I'd been out doing all the yard work, getting ready for summer. And I came in and I was like, man, I pulled my back. And I took a hot shower and I'm sitting on the couch and I can't get comfortable and I'm in pain. Beth's like, oh, I know what you got. Yeah, and it was a big and beautiful kidney stone, Chris. So I went to Kaiser, went to urgent care. That was fun. That's when they couldn't give me enough drugs to get me out of pain. And so they decided, well, if you're not going to pass it, we'll have to go in and get it. This was Easter.
They should have put you in a pool. They did that with me. It took 14 hours. It was stuck, and they put me in this like vibration pool, and it broke it up, and they all came out.
Whoa. I don't need to hear that. We have those Asian pools here in Atlanta.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So they decided to fix it the week of Thanksgiving.
Oh, that was nice.
Easter is in April.
I
Thanksgiving is in November. And then, so they were giving me pain pills all through this. And then I get a call from my primary care. You got to come in. So, like, okay, I go in. And I didn't notice it, but they locked the door. I went into the
What?
It's a true story. And the doctor and a nurse, and I see a security guard standing out outside the door.
Oh my God.
We
This
need
can't
to,
be
we need to talk about your drug problem. He's like, well, you've been getting pain pills for since April. You gave them to me.
What an idiot. And what did you give them? And I've had a kidney stone since April, you moron.
He wanted me to go through rehab, and I'm like, Doc, have you even looked to see how many of those I've filled? Maybe 2.
What an idiot. Your doctor's dumb.
No, that was a state of maybe in the Fed. I don't know. Yeah, and I was like, dude, seriously, you better be careful. I got a paramedic license. Don't F with that. Jesus Christ. Yeah, we need to talk about your drug problem. What? I don't want to talk about my kidney stone.
You're all, I thought that's why I was here. You idiot.
Went in for a kidney stone and was admitted to rehab.
That's funny. My doctor looks at my blood test and goes, you haven't been taking your pain meds. I'm like, yeah, I have. He says, they're not showing up.
Well, they didn't even do that. They just assumed that I was a drug addict. Mr. Sportcat, you have a problem. We need to talk to you about.
Yeah. I
was waiting for a guy outside with a Bible. Jesus Christ. But once the doctor read the chart, he's like, oh, well, this went much better than I thought it would. And I'm like, couldn't you have read that shit before I came in?
Can you unlock the door and call off your guard dogs out there? I mean, come on.
I think I can take him, but it's the second time in my life that I thought I probably wouldn't get out of a doctor's office.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
The other time I told the lady they were treating me for my PTSD. I just looked at her, and this was when I was in forced therapy by the county. I looked at her and said, lady, you're a doctor, right? Yeah. I said, I'm a paramedic. So let me explain to you how this works. There's no cure for this shit. Yeah, she didn't like that.
You get it. Yes, there is. You get a dog, you put it in your lap, and you pet it.
Take a pill. Here, take a pill.
Yeah. That's all
and today's doctor gave me another pill. Jesus Christ. Oh you know how you're getting old, you shake your pill container to see how many pills you take. Christ.
I do it just to see if my hearing is still okay.
I hate taking medicine. As a paramedic, I know I need to, but I hate taking medicine. And
I take so much of it. And unfortunately, until they come up with something better, I don't have a choice. $4,000 worth of medication.
I'm fighting it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm fighting it. And they were like, oh, well, they give you the classic advice. You need to eat fresh fruits and vegetables and not drink, not smoke, and exercise. And how's your sleep, by the way?
Yeah.
Well, because I can't have anything else in life, that's all I want to do is sleep.
Yeah.
I can have water and hot sauce. That's pretty much it, and celery. So it's like, geez.
You know, I did that for a little while. I did a lot of sleeping and realized how bad my back hurt. So I just couldn't do that anymore.
Bed.
Like,
good bed.
I have a hospital bed.
There's a brand new bed in the condo in Pensacola. Just saying.
Oh. What size is it?
I think queen. I don't know.
Scoot the hell over. and there's a little furry thing that's
naked under the air conditioning. So
there's a furry thing that will sleep on your shoulder, and it ain't me.
Come on, we're in the 21st century. You're supposed to wax or something. I'm told.
I'm talking about the dog, you ding dong.
Well, it's a pet-free community.
So I don't. You better pet it.
That's what she said.
Well, it can't be pet-free because he's a service animal, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't know.
Ha
I don't know. I'd have to look at that. But
hey, on to the news.
Yeah. Well,
that's what we're here for.
Well, this is no.
I mean, we can sit and do this all day long, you and I. I mean,
Well, but see, that's what makes this show great. Is we talk about the news, we talk about our lives. People are interested in us. I don't know why they are, but they are, and we
Glenn,
appreciate.
Ain't nobody interested in you. Come on.
Yeah, you're right. It's
Well,
probably
me, but
no, they're probably all here for you. They're here for the hot chick. So
ain't shit.
well,
They in the wrong place for if they're looking for a hot chick.
Let's say good morning to our friends. And how about Hawaii? It's 8:17.
Good morning, Hawaii.
In Perth, it is 2:17 a.m. Sydney, 5. Adelaide, I'm not sure how you gained that extra half hour, but hey, it's 4:47 there. Our dear friends in Lord Howe, it is 5:18 in the morning. No, the times confuse me. And if you want to know, it's 6 p.m. today at Santa Claus's house. So there you go. Somebody sent me a message that said today, when the sun sets in Alaska, it will not rise again for 24 more days or 64 more days. Like, wow, that's a lot of time for it to be dark. That's a long beaver moon right there.
Way too long.
Chris says he's interested in learning more about the vibration pool.
Oh, it was actually great.
I've heard
kind of like, yeah, it was kind of like, a sauna, but the bubbles were harder. Like it just was a vibration. It was kind of cool.
Hard bubbles. Okay.
Hard bubbles.
Is it like a ping pong coming out thing?
I don't know. It might have been the size of a ping pong ball, but by the time it came out, it was nothing but dust.
But you're in there with it. Nah, never mind. So, looking at the flat Earth here, we see that the sun and moon have about caught up with each other over South America. So, but don't worry, we're probably about to bomb that and fix that. So,
yeah, it'll
today there is 0% illumination from the moon.
Ooh,
yeah, we're getting close to the beaver. So,
it's a totally
new current phase for today and tonight is a new moon phase. During this phase, the moon is too close to the sun, which we just saw, and it will not be visible in the sky. The moon rises and sets with the sun and is not present in the night sky. Because of this, the night sky is dark. An excellent time to view celestial objects. We'll talk about that too today.
Or to get scooters and steal jewels.
No, they can do it every day. So. So I pulled it up, and today is, what the hell is today? 21st. The new moon is starting, and once it comes out and it's a full moon, any of the real fans that have followed the show know we're looking forward to the beeve. So
yeah, come on out, beaver.
That just entertains me so much.
Anyway,
so I went and did a little deep dive today, since they refused to show you on the other map where a 3-eye atlas is. You can't track it like you can on the others. But if you wanted to find it, you would find the constellation, was that Orion, and then look towards the sun. But no, it's not Orion. What is that? I don't know. It's one of the constellations. Just look in the sky, but you won't see it because it's about to be behind the sun. So, yes, October 29th, 8 more days until the alien overlords appear. But
I got advice for you on that. Just pull your shades, lock your doors, just stay in the house. Don't be stupid. Don't be out there with a sign saying "Welcome to Earth." Dumbass.
I'm not welcome. So, we saw 3-eye atlases about to go behind the sun today, and will be totally behind the sun starting tomorrow. I wonder if that also means it's behind the moon, since the moon and the sun are aligned for the new moon. Maybe they're going to land on the moon and we won't see it. But we see these other comets. They are inbound. They all look like they're headed right to our sun, don't they? But yeah,
It's
I don't know. We'll see.
hates to be
We're just a rock in the middle of nowhere when you
Yeah.
look at the bigger picture.
We're probably a little red dot somewhere.
Yeah, red dot.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this day in history, we do a little trivia. Brenda, why do they still ask, do you want paper or plastic? Honestly, have you heard them say that in forever? I can't remember.
But no, I don't know a store that does that anymore.
No. And I mean, I think they have paper, but I don't remember them asking. Because baggers can't be choosers. There you go. Now you know. Chris says, how is locking my doors going to save me from a UFO or changing an unknown rock?
Pretend like you're
true.
not home.
Just don't answer the ring.
Yeah. Just don't bother.
Be like that lady in Alexandria. So
yeah.
Oh, you are what you eat. Tell me what you eat, and I will tell you what you are. Okay, I need to look this up because my doctor is gonna. Oh, that's it. I thought there was more to it than that. Okay, well, it's not. Maybe a doctor is right.
You're a fruit.
I don't eat fruits. I eat peanut butter.
I eat peanut butter. Do you know what? Have you ever had peanut butter on like those smaller flour tortillas and put the peanut butter on there and roll it up and eat it like that? God, that's like better than a fruit roll up.
No, I can't say that I have, but I may try because I'm trying to do the carbs. So I don't know.
Yeah,
but you can't have peanut butter if you're eating carbs.
Well, that gives you a little bit of protein. You can have one.
I guess. On this day, in 1954, a live broadcast of Ian Fleming's Casino Royale on the TV show Climax starred Barry Nelson, making him the first 007. And it starred Peter Lorre as La Shrieff. This day in 1948, Jesse Brown earned his pilot wings, U.S. Navy's first black aviator. 1950, he became the first black U.S. naval aviator killed in the Korean War. USS Jesse L. Brown, it was launched in 1972, was the first ship named in honor of a black naval officer. He was also a recipient of the Distinguished Flying Cross. I didn't know that. In 1879, today, Thomas Edison succeeds in making his electric light. He'd taken 1,200 experiments and cost about $40,000. And in today's world, that's about $850,000. It operated for 13 hours. Although incandescent lights had been around for about 40 years, his was the first practical one. Lasted for 13 hours.
Can you hear my dog snoring over the microphone?
No, I can't.
Oh, thank God. He's snoring so loud.
The first American Indian recognized by the Catholic Church, October 21st in 2012, Kateria Tikawatha, was canonized by Pope Benedict the 16th. He is known as the Lily of the Mohawks. Okay, we'll follow that up with a good, solid story. 37 years ago, Madonna's sex books. Do you remember this? Madonna's sex book?
No, I don't.
Well, it had a CD inside, and it come in a foil wrapper with her picture, and it was a metal spiral-bound book about sex in which she was nude. It was a bestseller. Sold over 150,000 copies its first day. Went on to have more than 1.5 million. It's still the best-selling coffee table book. And if you have one, and it's in good shape, and you still have your CD in foil, well, that $30 you spent in 1992 may be worth a couple grand right now. So go dig in your closet and see if you got it. I don't know where my copy is. So
crap.
Fastest woman, Norwegian runner Grete street. Waltz became the first woman to run a marathon in under 2.5 hours in New York City. Chuck Berry, he did My Ding-a-Ling.
I remember him.
Cover the audience participation song. My Ding-a-Ling hits number 1, despite the fact that many stations refuse to play it due to its double. I guess that means it's talking about his ding-a-ling. It was his biggest hit and his only number 1 Billboard Hot 100 single in the United States. Barry had recorded it live during a performance the previous February. It was originally written and recorded by Dave Bartholomew 20 years earlier in 1952. I swear I don't remember that song. I really don't.
No.
In WW2, U.S. Navy pilot Eddie Rickenbacker's plane goes down in the South Pacific. He and 2 of his crew drifted on a raft for 3 weeks. Wow. Before they were rescued. Rickenbacker.
Nobody just noticed they were gone?
And, well, back then they didn't have GPS. He couldn't call for help. It's known as the Ace of Aces, the most decorated American pilot of the war. His experience resulted in every Navy life raft being equipped with an emergency fishing kit. That's a good idea. How the hell did he... Man, wonder if there's got to be a book about that. I really would like to. How do you survive 26 days floating on debris from your plane? Wow, that's I mean, that's impressive.
Yeah.
The first transatlantic transmission of speech occurred today in 1915. AT&T transmits from Arlington, Virginia to Paris. And hey, ironically enough, yesterday Amazon took down the internet in Virginia. So, hey, we're making progress. 1805, the Battle of Trafalgar. British Royal Navy defeats the Spanish and French fleets, ending Napoleon's threat of invading England. Birthdays today. Ronald Edwin McNair. He was born in 1950, passed away in 1986. He was an American astronaut physicist. When he was 8 years old, he visited the segregated Lady City, South Carolina Public Library, but they refused him. They said they only served white patrons and wouldn't allow him to check out any books. When he refused, the police showed up and his mom, and anyhow, now the library is named after him. It's a museum. Dizzy Gillespie, that's a jazz trumpeter. He's born in 1917 today. First to fly a plane off the deck of a ship. Now, that takes some balls right there. Eugene Ely was born in 1886. American aviator, first person to fly a plane from the deck of a ship in 1910, and the first to land on a ship in 1911. God damn, that must have been a hell of a flight if it lasted a year. I mean, I'm just reading the news. Just reading the news. I'm not a scientist. I'm just reading the news. He died during an exhibition when his plane was late pulling out of a dive and crash. He managed to jump clear of the wrecked aircraft, but his neck was broken and he died a few minutes later.
He starts to come and then he pulls out.
Maybe I shouldn't be funny. Alfred Nobel invented. Okay, so the guy who invents dynamite, the stuff that goes boom, he also invented the Nobel Prize. I'm kind of confused here. Born in 1833, Swedish chemist, inventor of dynamite. The terms of his will established Nobel Prizes. He had 355 patents during his lifetime. An often told story, although unverified, is that in 1888, when his brother Ludwig died, several newspapers mistakenly published obituaries for Alfred. So,
I see.
What did Chris say? I remember sneaking a peek at the first Madonna Playboy issue. I was like 14. I don't know if I remember the Playboy edition. My older cousin worked at 7-Eleven and asked me to watch the counter when she went to the bathroom. You know, 7-Elevens were great. I worked at 7-Eleven when I was in high school.
I used to work at one too when I was pregnant with my daughter.
Denise says you look pretty. So there you go.
Oh, thank you, Denise.
So Carrie Fisher, go ahead.
I tried to do my hair like that, but apparently my hair's not thick enough, and it looked like two little acorns on the side of my head.
I'm thinking it's probably not real. It's got to be fake.
I think so.
Carrie Fisher was born in 1956 today. We all know her as Princess Leia. She's the reason that pale brunettes were all married after that. So.
Oh, good God. And she
there is a psychological thing about men of my age group going after women that look like that. Not in a predatory way. I'm saying, like married them and shit, bought them a house and then lost everything. Charlotte Caffey, American guitarist with the Go-Go's. We Got the Beat in Vacation. Was born in 1953. I played that on my radio the other day.
I got that
Elvis Elvin Bishop, American blues guitarist, fooled around and fell in love. Born in 1942. Manfred Mann, we know who that is. British rock musician, Blinded by the Light, 1976.
Yeah.
Denise says she's glad she's not a pale brunette. So you don't want to be chased by middle-aged men? Come on, Denise, what's wrong with you? Carl Ball, I think we've grown out of it. Either that or we've lost all of our money to him and we just give it up.
Yeah.
Carl Ball was born in 1936. American young earth creationist. He created the earth in 1936. He claims to have found human and dinosaur footprints together in a Paluxy River in Texas. He promoted young earth creatism as the former host of the TV program Creation in the 21st Century on the Trinity Broadcast Network. Okay. I just also saw they found, it's like in Utah or somewhere, they found a 400,000-year-old skull or something. And they're like, how did this get here?
Well, gee, I wonder.
We all thank Jabba the Hutt for requiring Leah to wear that bikini when she was captured. Yes, we did. Georgia Brown was born in 1933. She's best known for playing Nancy in Oliver. I don't know her. Martin Gardner, American mathematician, magician. That's kind of a fallacy there. It's considered a classic in the field of scientific skepticism. He wrote the mathematical games for the Scientific America. Samuel Francis Smith was born in 1808. The American poet, songwriter, My Country 'Tis of Thee. This goes back to 1832, which served as the national anthem prior to the adoption of the Star-Spangled Banner. Did you know that? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I actually remember that song.
I remember the song. I just didn't. I didn't know that was our national anthem prior to that. Okay.
Well, stranger things have happened.
Maybe Trump will change it. So, George McGovern died on this day in 2012. He was an American politician. Maxine Andrews, an American singer with the Andrews sister, died this day.
Yep.
Jim Garrison, a lawyer, known for his investigation into the Kennedy assassination. That was the basis of the Stone film. The Twinkie murderer. Now, you know about this one, I'm sure, Brenda.
What about Twinkies? Somebody murdered the Twinkie?
Daniel James White died this day in 1985. He was an assassin. In 1978, he killed Harvey Milk and San Francisco Mayor George Moscone. At his trial, he claimed diminished capacity due to depression caused by a diet of junk food and sugary drinks. Wait a minute, that's my life. The defense can become known as the Twinkie defense.
Twinkie defense. The Twinkie made me do it.
John Scopes was an American educator who was arrested for teaching evolution in Tennessee. Jack Kerouac, American author on the road. He was one of the founders of the beatnik movement in the 50s, known as the godfather of the hippies. Alfred Ranglin, he passed away in 1919. He was one of the original Ringling brothers. Horatio Nelson, British naval commander, died while leading the British fleet in the Battle of Trafalgar, in which he defeated the Spanish and French fleets. All right, well, there you go. Catch up here. I am caught up. I thought I saw a comment pop up there. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy.
It disappeared.
Oh, okay. We're just gonna skim through this and see if there's any history we remember. 1948, UN rejects Russia's proposal to destroy atomic weapons. Boy, that would have been nice to go through. Because now we're all worried about it. I don't know. 1964, the film version of My Fair Lady, directed by George Cukor and starring Rex Harrison and Audrey Hepburn, premiered in New York City. I don't know about that. 1980s, Phillies win the first world championship in a 98-year history. 30-some years later, the Blue Jays, Toronto Blue Jays, Jesus, I'm losing my mind. They finally get, they're going to the series. Explorer Ferdinand Magellan and his fleet reached Cape Virginius after transitioning the Strait of Magellan between the Atlantic and Pacific, becoming the first Europeans to sail into the Pacific. I think who's Hope Hicks? We'll take a peek just to see. Famous birthdays. Let's see if there's anybody. Who is Hope Hicks? I don't know who Hope Hicks is. Let's go. Let's get up to. I'll get up to your ear around 1900, Brenda.
Yeah. I feel that way.
Yeah, after all these doctors tell me you're going to die. Whitey Ford, American baseball player, Hall of Fame pitcher, was born this day. I know that name. Of course, I'm a sports fan. So, Georgia Brown. I think, did we talk about it? Yeah, Oliver. Yep. Jerry. Why was this not in the other one? Oh, it's not Jerry Lewis. Jerry Lewis. He was a Republican for California. What? That doesn't happen.
Jerry Lewis? Wait a minute.
Yeah.
What?
That's the right one. Don Ritter, not the same one. He was an American politician, also a Republican in Pennsylvania. How times have changed. I think they're extinct out there. We're still going. Benjamin Netanyahu is 76 today.
Oh, who cares?
Yeah, we're probably going to give him some more money for it. Hey, it's your birthday. Here's another $10. Jesus Christ.
Gee, all I get is $10 in a card.
What the frick happened to America first? Stop giving our damn money away. Give it to us. Jesus Christ.
I know.
That just pisses me off.
Our government's ass backwards.
Yeah, that's right. Kim Kardashian, she's 45 today. There you go. I know that name. I couldn't tell you one thing she's been in. I mean, I've probably seen her boobs, but wait a minute. Never mind.
I don't know. Playboy shut down.
Actually, it's up for sale. I can't afford it, but it's up for sale. Hope Hicks. She's an American political operative and White House communications director. I did not know that. She was born in 1980. God damn, I remember that year. I don't even know who else. Who the hell is Doja Cat? Well, happy birthday, Doja Cat and Kane Brown. Kane Brown's a
Doja Cat is?
No, I don't.
Oh my God. Even I know who Doja Cat is.
Did she sing something I like? Yeah.
Nope.
Celebrity birthdays. Didn't we just see all them? We'll look again. Make sure I didn't miss any. But yeah, Brenda's right. Who cares? We got to get. Man, maybe I just had bad history teachers. I don't know. Judith Shenanigan. I can't pronounce that right, but she was Judge Judith. She's 83 today. That lady looks exactly like my best friend. It looks exactly like his mom.
I like her attitude. I want to be her when I grow up.
It's scary how close they looked. I was like, is that? I won't say his name because he might listen. I was like, is that your mom?
I have never heard a judge sit in a courtroom and say, "Oh, shut up."
Let's get more of a need to. Let's see here. Jeremy Miller. It's in Growing Pains. Happy birthday. Josh Ritter, we said that, but not that. It's a different Ritter. Yeah, I think it's pretty much everybody I know. I don't know a lot of these people. I don't watch TV anymore. I don't have a life. I've pretty much decided I don't have a life. And I'm kind of pressed. All right, let's move on. Let's see. We talked about that. Dizzy Gillespie, we talked about that.
I was
Dorothy Hale. Who's Dorothy Hale?
I don't know. I was going through some of the things trying to find out if they had any information on our little, bicycle or scooter heist. And they still don't know who did it. They even dropped one of the crowns they stole.
Yeah, he was trying to put down. They were trying to put down and broke it. Like a 17th century priceless artifact. They're trying to put it under their helmet on their scooter.
Oh my God, their scooter.
Kim says, Chris says, can't tell you what Kim was in. I can tell you Kanye was in Kim often in previous years.
Oh my God. Chris.
1938, Dorothy Hale dies by suicide. We don't usually report that, but she died by suicide after jumping off a building in New York City. A socialite and aspiring actress, she rubbed elbows with prominent artists, writers, and even royalty. Her professional and personal setbacks proved too much for her to bear.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it's tough when you have all the money in the world and you don't know what to do with it. So. It's Share the Warmth Day. Yeah, I was about ready to turn the heat on here in Atlanta. It was 70 degrees. Good Lord. It's cold. It's Frog Day. So all those people that were out for the No Kings, they can go out in the streets and hop and celebrate American Frog Day.
I had a baby frog hopping around on my floor the other day. I didn't know what it was. I thought it was a spider, and I was going to hit it with a fly swat. But I found out it was a frog. No, so we scooped it up and put it back outside. It was really tiny.
It's probably good.
Yeah, my dog would have ate it.
It's Back to the Future Day, American Forces Day in Honduras. Yeah, we'll invade another country soon and have another day. A celebration of the Mind Day. Mind is a terrible thing. Count Your Buttons Day. Do you have a thing or a tin or collection of buttons?
No, I can't say that I do.
My grandmother was I don't know if she was just a paranoid, but it was like every button she found, and it's at my mom's, it's a big tin of buttons. One
of those cookie tins?
No, well, it may be. I don't know.
Yeah, my grandma used to have those cookie tins.
I did find several military buttons from my family. Apparently, whenever they trash a shirt, she'd strip the buttons off. And I found several military buttons that were from my family that I thought, that's kind of cool. So I saved them. But Count Your Buttons Day sounds awful. But yeah, I don't know what to do with them. So
you got to be pretty bored to be sitting there counting buttons.
Yeah, well. It's National Apple Day. So go eat an apple today. Check Your Meds Day. Jesus Christ. I've already had 2 doctors yell at me about that. National Archives Day. National Pumpkin Cheesecake Day. I've never had a pumpkin cheesecake.
Ooh, I have.
Now, I have had a sweet potato cheesecake, and that's the shit. Let me tell you.
I've never had that.
National Reptile Day. Did you know there is an actual dragon lizard still? There's like only 150 of them. I don't know how they know there's only 150 of them, but
does it have wings?
Lake in Mexico. Yes, it does. Oh. Why don't we capture it and reproduce it like we do everything else?
Oh my God. No, please.
It's Pharmacy Technician Day. I almost went to pharmacy tech school. I really did. My life would have probably been so much better. Please comment. What the hell is that? Commemoration? What the hell is that? Hold on. I'm going to push the button.
I can't even see.
It's observed October 21st in India. Well, that's why I don't understand what it is. It's for martyrs who sacrificed their lives in the line of duty. Well, they'll be in Valhalla, so that's okay. We'll just pass.
Yeah.
Pro-Life Day of Silent Solidarity, Reptile Awareness Day. Maybe that's why I know about the flying dragon. So
I need a flying
It has to be
dragon.
a huge letdown to think you're opening a cookie tin and find buttons. Yeah.
That's my next pet then. Flying dragon. Is it small enough to land on my finger?
The picture, it looked to be about the size of your hand. I mean, I don't know if they grow, but I don't know. Let's see. We talked about it's National Witch Hazel Day.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, there you go. Let's see if there's anything else interesting here. Then we might just go to the news, which is kind of depressing. So, yeah, we talked about all this, didn't we? Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, nobody important. Nobody we know. Nobody we know. All right, let's.
Day 21 of the government shutdown.
1774, the first flag to include the word liberty is flown in Massachusetts today.
Oh.
Okay. In 1917, the first U.S. troops see action in the front lines. Hey, well, maybe we'll change that for some troops today. So, hit the old Farmer's Almanac, and we will know that today is 294 of 2025. 61 days until winter begins. 8 until our overlord aliens come get us, and then.
And we still don't know what the hell we're doing.
We don't know what they are. So, October 21st, UN Day. Jeez. I don't want to know about the strange fungus. I don't care about Hey, we're counting down the new moon phase. That's at 8:25 a.m. or it started. We are on the countdown for the beeve.
Yes.
It's the best day to cut firewood, cut hair to increase growth, dig holes. It's a good day to bury things, I guess. And mow to increase growth, wax floors. It's a good day to do all that, Brenda. So make sure you get that done.
Yeah, I'm taking a nap when we're done.
Yeah, I got so much to do. Let's see. 30th day of autumn. We talked about that. And a museum opened in New York City. I wonder if it's been robbed. 1967, more than 35,000 anti-war protesters stormed the Pentagon, resulting in 700 arrests. So there's always been crazy people, see?
Well, of all places to storm, the Pentagon is not it.
Oh, yeah, it'd be a bad choice.
Yes.
And apparently a place in Idaho, too, but we'll talk about that later. Let's see. Today's number, 13.5, because Edison's first electric incandescent light bulb lasted for 13.5 hours. So today's quote, we read books to find out who we are. What other people, real or imaginary, do, think, and feel is an essential guide to our understanding of what we ourselves are or may become. Okay, interesting. I am behind on my reading. I got tons of books I need to read. All right, so let's jump into a little news here. So the Colombian president, in a rare interview, muses about, and I quote, this is him, and I'm reading from a New York Post article, so please don't come at me, getting rid of Trump. How do we think that's going to end?
At this point,
he mused about getting rid of Trump, a world leader, or I guess, well, he's an elected official. He runs a country, although it be corrupt as hell. But a world leader has talked about getting rid of a sitting president. So
he's
I
mad.
guess we're going to adjust those ships a little north.
He's just mad because they're taking down his marijuana industry.
He says the easiest way to solving the world's problems may be through Trump himself. If not, get rid of Trump. And he snapped his fingers dramatically.
Oh.
He admitted that his country is out of control, but argued that it is not run by drug lords or kings. He wants to get rid of a sitting president. How's that? Let me know how it ends for you. We'll film at 11. It'll be a big deal. So we've talked about how planes and balloons have been circling out in the Midwest. Well, it turns out the FBI has been doing a investigation into an illegal horse gambling facility. So now, to be clear, the horse racetrack was legally licensed, but it was not licensed for gambling. And after months, it started in February, they started investigating it. They swooped in the day before yesterday, and, well, they locked down the racetrack while it was in operation, caught people with bags of money. And it turns out the people who were running the racetrack, well, they weren't from around here. They were undocumented.
Shocking.
Now, this is a conservative area. Wait, I'm not done with this story. While they were there, they arrested over 100 people who weren't from around here. And there has been assertions that there were children zip-tied. Okay, first off, we need the definition of children. If you're defining it as someone under 18, well, they probably was. But if there was 3-year-olds walking around, I kind of doubt there were. But there's no pictures. It's an assertion. But apparently, I want to remind you, this was a federal warrant that was court-ordered.
It was take your child gambling day.
Went in. This is what the neighborhood is protesting. When they went in rolling deep. 200 law enforcement agents from federal, state, and local executed it on the 19th at the property while it was in operation. Now, my first question is, why in the hell do you take your kids to the racetrack? Is that something
that's what I said. Take your children gambling day.
So the conservatives are a little upset because they rolled in deep with 200 and locked down everything, and they questioned everybody before they left. Well, if you're at the scene of a crime, that's kind of what happens. We used to get people, and I love it. We're as a paramedic, I'm trying to do my job, and I got people up in my face filming me. Okay, it's your right, but you have to give me room to do my job. And the city I worked in had a couple police officers while they were up there filming. Cop would walk up to him and say, "Hey, are you filming?" He said, "Yeah." He's good. Give me your phone. Excuse me. Give me your phone.
You always say no.
No, you can't. You have just documented a crime scene, and that is evidence, and they can legally do that. And that would run them off in a heartbeat. They can't deal without their TikTok. Off they would go. But they can do that legally. So now he can't open it without a warrant, but he can seize it as collection of evidence. That is interesting. And I've seen it happen. People who want to get in your face and won't get out of your face, and you're trying to do your job, and you're polite and you're firm, but at some point in time, you got to go, hey, this is the FO of that.
Get out of my bubble.
Yeah. They can legally seize it because that's evidence. It's on a crime scene, and it's been capturing evidence. That's why police wear body cams. Now, he can't open it without a court order, but he can take it, which means you might get it back after a judge says so. That could be 2 years later. So,
oh my God, what would they do without a phone?
Can't have my TikTok gone. So, so I got sidetracked. So they arrested over 100 other people that weren't from around here. So this is where the idea of went terribly wrong in this conservative town. Protesters showed up with green hats. That's lawyers that are paid for by organizations, and they wear green hats when they're at protests, and they run up and tell both police and the public you can or can't do that. That's somebody's paying them for that. A lawyer doesn't work for free. So they showed up over 200 strong at an Idaho ICE detention facility, and they decided that they were going to storm it. Yeah, that didn't work out too well.
The lawyers did that?
So they arrested about 100 more people, and they're protesting it. So
who do the lawyers call when they get arrested?
I don't know. Morgan and Morgan. Hell if I know. Is Morgan and Morgan popular out there? Hello, Monica. Welcome to the chat. Let's see. Yes, teach him young. Yeah. I got another story about that. But he can't open it without a warrant. But he can seize it, and it will take, until they get a warrant, and then they have to go through it. It would be your phone would be outdated by then, so you might just want to roll along, move along. Nothing to see here. With this one. Well, you take both.
I have two boats.
Maybe you should just get out of the way of the paramedics and do their job. It seems to me to be a little easier to do.
That's true.
I had a guy swing on me at a car wreck scene because I slapped the side of his truck as it almost hit me. He jumped out and took a swing at me. Cop tackled him, handcuffed him, and seized his vehicle. Yeah, you might. Yeah, don't drive through an accident scene. Nearly hit the paramedic. I don't know why that needs to be taught to people, but it's apparently a thing. So this was breaking news just before we came on. White House says there are no plans for a Trump-Putin in the immediate future. It's fallen apart. So the whole deal is falling apart. Both sides want to continue the war, and so now they're deciding. Well, supposedly we've rejected Zelensky's request for tomahawks, but who knows?
I'll just let them fight it out. That has nothing to do with us.
Yeah, exactly. And then, everybody wants to say, MAGA and stuff, but here's my question. What in the absolute hell is he doing fundraising for Lindsey Graham? What the hell?
I don't know.
Why?
That's interesting.
Why? I know because they can't primary him. I get that. He's so popular. But why? He's a war. Why is it? Sometimes the things he does aggravates me. So
yeah, there's usually a method behind everything that man does.
Well, I agree, but
so there's a method somewhere to his madness.
Well, yeah, it's a vote. He needs that vote. So Putin tried to impress Trump with a proposed $7 billion tunnel linking the U.S. to Russia.
I'm in.
And supposedly he was going to use an Elon Musk tool that apparently we didn't know existed. Or maybe we knew, but the world didn't know. But it was going to go under the Bering Strait with some boring thing that Elon has.
He's got a boring company here in Texas.
That's kind of boring.
Yeah.
The beef farmers are extremely pissed off at Trump because in a deal where not only are we giving Argentina a shitload of money, which I don't understand, that could have went to the Appalachia, could have went to somewhere.
Alaska.
Well, yeah, they could use it right about now. And so now we're going to flood the market with cheap Argentina beef. Cattle farmers and agriculture groups all tore up about this. And I got to say, I kind of think it's a bad idea.
I only want American beef.
Yeah, I don't know. Shutdown day 20. Well, the 11th time that there's not been enough votes to open it.
That's a day
Senate
off.
vote was 50 to 43. So it needed 60. So we'll drop back and punt and try again next week. So they all went home. Must be nice. They're still getting paid.
I think they shouldn't.
I don't
Why
either.
should they get paid? They're not doing their job.
No.
I mean, does McDonald's pay their employees to just clock in and go home?
They're trying to manufacture a crisis.
Yeah, they are.
Both sides are. I mean, one side is doing it because they want turmoil in our country, and the other side is doing it because, well, they can.
They're stubborn.
Yeah. Yesterday, as we were going off the air, Billy Joe Cagle from Cartersville, that's outside of Atlanta, and apparently he was a MAGA fanatic, was arrested inside Hartsfield International Airport, where he had come to carry out a mass shooting. He had driven his truck up onto the sidewalk at the terminal, but luckily he left inside the truck the AR-15 and 27 rounds of ammunition. He was caught because relatives did the right thing. They called the cops, and they said that he was having a mental crisis and said that he was going to go shoot up something. And of course, they use apps to find him and track him. And then once in Atlanta, once you go under a street sign, you've been photographed so they can track you. And they knew he was about to walk into the airport. And there was guards on either side when he walked onto the airport. He was just scoping it out. Of course, he was a dumbass and parked on the sidewalk.
Yeah, right.
That's not going to get attention,
dude.
So, but they were there waiting, and they walked up, introduced themselves, and said, "Hey, how you doing?" He was apparently quite kind to him, and one officer came up behind him and took him to the ground. So he was taken without incident. He had no weapons on him. He was just scoping it out. So he was having a mental health crisis, according to his family, who did the right thing and turned him in. So, well, should have. I mean, I don't give a rat's ass if he's MAGA, if he's Biden or whatever. I don't care about that. He was having a mental health crisis, and the family did the right thing. I could care less his politics. It was good to get stopped.
You know, when I have a mental crisis, I just sit in my house and yell at inanimate, objects in my house. I yell at the coffee pot a lot.
Just take pills. They just give me another pill. Monica says, I've seen something posted on Facebook that anyone who gets food stamps, no one is getting theirs in November. And I get food stamps, and I'm not happy. Well, that is not 100% correct. At the moment, that is the way it's looking, but that the administration is trying, and they're being challenged in court. I do not understand this.
Well,
we have a surplus of money from tariffs.
Look, let me say
why. This. No, let me finish. Why is the Democrats challenging them in court to move that money to pay the troops, to pay the air traffic controllers, to pay for SNAP? Why are the Democrats? They won't pass a bill, and yet we're trying to move money, our money, to help us. Instead, we're going to give it away to fucking Argentina. They don't challenge that in court, but they challenge the rest in court. Why do the Democrats do that?
Well, this is what I got to say. I think I want their paychecks every month, at least one of them.
I agree.
Because look, I live off at $900 a month. My rent's $850.
I think
they're taking mine. Mine are
Queen Pelosi. She's like $48 billion heir. $1 billion heir. She's like rich. But she's got enough money. What the hell?
Yeah, none of them need money.
Mentally ill is mentally ill. That's correct. So
they piss
me
me
too,
off.
Brenda. I yell at the walls. I yell at the walls too, but they talk back.
I don't yell at my dog because he'll look at me like.
God, don't do that. There's a YouTuber that is he went viral, and he's got. Maybe I should do that. He has one of those dog collars. If dogs walk in the camera while like he's filming, like if Ginger came in here, he'd like zap her and scream at her. And the other day he was quoting. He said, "This dog is the devil," and the dog was just sleeping in the corner. But now he's viral and he's famous on TikTok.
Well, man, I'd smack him. No, see, you don't be mean to animals. Now, look, I have a cat that is wicked. She is Satan reincarnated, but I still feed her and let her wander around the house and bite me and attack me on live.
You can't collar and zap her while you're live. It'll make
I'm not gonna do that. She's a cat. She knows not what she does.
They're aliens in themselves.
They are.
Trump has deployed more Coast Guard to the Rio Grande. They're surging U.S. Coast Guard resources to the Rio Grande to prevent migrants and drugs from making their way across the Mexican body of water into Texas. So we're
Don't we still
bringing
have
more
alligators
people
in there?
I don't know. I don't
Oh.
know. Apparently, it's still an issue. Sniper's nests work better. Did I say that? All right. So yesterday, in the name of safety, and I'm not saying this was a bad idea, but apparently there was a communications error aboard a American flight that's headed to Los Angeles. And for some reason, during the miscommunication, the pilots thought that their plane was being hijacked. Flight 6569 from SkyWest, but it's American Airlines, took off at 6:41 local from Omaha and was headed to Los Angeles. 4 minutes into the flight, they made a sharp turn due west and began returning back. And they flashed the code 7700. I think, is it 7700? The problem began when the flight attendants began banging on the cockpit door to get their pilot's attention. The pilots believed it was an impossible hijacking attempt, so out of caution, they opted to land back at the airfield. The plane never got to cruising altitude and touched down only 18 minutes later. Well. Hey, I'm back. What the hell is that?
I don't know what happened. I don't know. I don't see you. There you are.
So, I'm talking. It was aliens. It was aliens that did it. So, so they landed the plane. It was surrounded by police and fire, and it was boarded hostily, and everybody was checked out. And it was determined it was a loose wire.
I was going to say, maybe it was somebody looking for the bathroom.
No, there's an intercom system, and apparently there was a loose wire, and they couldn't communicate with the flight attendants, and with the incessant, lots of knocks on the door of the cockpit, the pilots, out of safety, decided to squawk 7700, turn around and land the plane, where it was promptly surrounded by lots of police. So I don't see a problem with it. I mean, maybe we went a little overboard, but maybe they should have texted.
They're supposed to have their phones turned
while
off.
you're flying the plane, getting to 18,000 texts there. I don't know.
What happens to people when they're in their cars texting? Come on.
I don't know. Yeah, the stream just did its own thing. I'm telling you, the internet is still not broke, or still not fixed. It's broke.
Chris said he thought the stream was hijacked.
It could have been. If I squawk 7700, y'all need to notify Mrs. Sportcat. There
Glenn pushed the button.
You have your orders. So apparently there are some astonishing photos of the White House demolition. Now we don't have any money, remember, but we have $200 million to fix up a party room for the presidents and royalty.
I'm just going to go there and eat.
Well, it's huge. I think we may have went a little overboard with the ballroom, but it's been 150 years, so I guess it's lived its time, and we're going to fix it up and modernize it and make it look incredibly huge compared to the rest of the house. But the White House has ordered, and I understand from a friend of mine that this is a very serious order, not to photograph the demolition of the building. And people are saying, well, that's because Trump doesn't want anybody to see what he's tearing up. No, it's actually for security, because there's a reason that the White House is the most protected building in the world. So taking pictures of it that got on the internet, well, that could probably be bad. So I don't necessarily agree with this huge thing we're building, but it's kind of probably a good idea not to take pictures of the demolition. You might.
Can we go hang out there or something? I mean,
mouse or something. I think all tours to that section of the White House are closed. Well, actually, all tours are closed at the moment.
No,
you can't.
I mean, when it's done.
When it's done, I mean, I guess just call your congressman or senator and they can hook you up with a tour. Yeah, I'm born and raised in Washington, D.C. area. I've never been to the White House. Been outside it, but I've never been inside the fence.
Go there and knock on the door.
So that prompted an article about how Trump has changed the White House. Well, they're talking about the demolition of the East Wing to make room. They keep calling it his ballroom. Do we call it the Washington House?
The Washington
we do have
Ballroom.
the Kennedy or the Kennedy Rose Garden. We have that, but I mean, is this a thing? We have to put Obamacare, Trump RX. Do we have to put a name on every damn thing? Why can't it just be
Biden depends? Oh,
his presidency? It depends. Just make a commercial about that. But so yeah, it's the first time that they've done major construction since 1942, and it'll be the biggest transformation in presidential history since 1948 and 52, when the 33rd U.S. President Truman oversaw renovations. I don't see a Truman room. Is there a Truman room? I mean, there's a Lincoln bedroom because it's haunted, but Trump, who says it will be paid for by himself and donors, claimed in July that the ballroom would not interfere with the existing landmark, which dates back to 1800. Well, I kind of argue that because they're taking excavators and knocking down the building. They're just going to change it a bit. So Trump wanted a big, beautiful ballroom. So,
yeah, I guess they could have named the Oval Office the Clinton sex scandal. That's what Chris says. Clinton sex scandal.
The cigar. What do you call it when you get
cigar room?
Cigar room. You're going to the Clinton humidor.
Yeah.
The Rose Garden, well, we know about that because it was Kennedy's, but well, the president paved over it. So I don't know. We'll see it. We'll see it here soon because on Thanksgiving, that's when they pardon the turkeys, and we'll see it. The public will get the view. And of course, there was some reasons that he did. He said it's because the women's feet get soaking wet because they wear high heels. So
Melania's heels get stuck
over the grass. Gorgeous stone over the grass. So the Oval Office is now golden. Now, you know that every president is allowed to decorate the way they want. I mean, we might be getting a little crazy, but with gold. But hey, whatever. I don't understand the rich people's attraction to everything has to be gold toilet seats, gold chandeliers. Why? Maybe I should just never be rich because I don't understand that.
I could not imagine going in there and going to the bathroom and the toilet seat being gold, and then later on running out of money and detaching it, taking it to a gold place saying, "Can I please turn this in?"
You got goddamn Walmart toilet paper in there. $1 million gold. I mean,
yeah, but it's 2-ply, so that makes a difference.
It's soft on your butt while you're sitting on the gold. So he also added the gold frame paintings of the presidents. We've seen that. I've showed pictures of that. And he's added trophies and gold trim to the White House. He also, there's lots of pictures of him there.
Well,
I guess that's
sure there is.
His head's so big. I wonder if he thinks he's a scientist. So his head's so big. Let's see. They're allowed to move the. Yes. It's their house. I mean, they're allowed to. So.
And then they remove them when they're out of office. They get removed.
He did have new flagpoles put up. They're big, beautiful flagpoles.
Yes,
they are like 10 inches under the maximum allowed by DC law, I think.
What?
That goes back to the Washington Monument. But there's big, beautiful flagpoles. I do hope when the next administrations come in, they don't tear the flagpoles down.
Yeah, that was actually a good idea.
Yeah, I can't. Well, I mean, I don't know.
And look, they put flowers around the bottom of the pole.
We had a flagpoles on top of the White House, but whatever. It's they did remove century-old trees. I don't know that was a good idea, but the what do you call it? The Park Service said that they were in terrible condition and a safety hazard. So maybe they didn't need to go. They were a couple hundred years old. They were planted by Andrew Jackson, according to the Park Service. So but because we have to do everything. Apparently, we spent a lot of money and got saplings from each of those trees, so their babies will live on the White House lawn.
I see.
I guess that probably cost us a couple million. So just go to goddamn Home Depot and buy some shit. Yesterday, I don't know if anybody noticed it, but the internet was having some terrible problems, and it's all because of Amazon. That's the truth. And there's a couple of weird things about this. It took them 9 hours to figure it out. I mean, the internet is down. Can we at least call? Hey, Bob, did you flip the switch over there? I don't understand. So people were without their Snapchat, their TikTok. There was credit cards being declined. There was all kinds of things going down. We had problems on the show. Both the Thin Line Rock Station and Radio X, Dare Talk Radio were having problems. Reddit, Snapchat, Venmo, Fortnite. Oh, God, can't live without that. Roblox, don't know what the hell that is. Coinbase, Disney, numerous banks and government agencies all started around 2 a.m. Eastern time. What is around 2 a.m.? Why would, if it was an attack, do you think that they would have done it earlier?
Well, nobody's sleeping. Yeah,
Well,
I would think.
I would think if you wanted mass chaos, you do it like right at the start of rush hour or when the banks open.
But oddly enough, mine didn't go out. Neither did my TV that runs all night long.
I think it was mainly the East Coast side of the United States and the rest of the world, like Europe and shit. But the problem originated. Oh yeah, your Ring doorbell didn't work. The problem originated. It took them 9 hours to figure out. There's even flights diverted because of it. That there was a server that was overpowered. It took them 9 hours to figure that out.
That would have been me. I'm sorry.
I was looking at porn. That's what it was.
That's what it was.
So, but yeah, so it took them 9 hours to figure out that the problem was in Virginia and it was an overloaded server. And okay, so I got a couple. It took 9 hours to figure it out. Why? It seems like we should have been like, hey, the problem's here. But okay, maybe they had to wake Jim or Bob or Tom or somebody up and they had to come in, and I don't know. But then my second problem with this is it was Amazon. Now, hold on, hear me out here. It was Amazon. All these companies, including the government, have contracted all this shit out. The people that bring us cheap Chinese shit in less than a day is who our internet is responsible for or by. And then it takes them 9 hours to figure it out. I'm kind of concerned that our Prime is the way that we're working on the internet.
Hey, I pay $15 a month for that shit.
Hello, Andres. Welcome. I just don't understand it. So the internet was broke because of Prime. So
yeah,
All right, so we talked about this earlier, but what are we teaching our kids? No King's Day. This is kind of controversial here. I hope I'll mute you. So look at this. This is what they're training our kids. This man is holding a piñata. He's recruiting children. Now notice they're all masked, so they must be Democrats. He's teaching them. This is what democracy looks like. We have a piñata of Trump, and we're teaching our children and clapping. And he's wearing a shirt that says "F ICE," and there's people behind him that are wearing shirts that say "Kill ICE." This is what we're. And there's Lady Liberty come in there. This is what we're teaching our kids. Why? Why is that not a crime? And I mean, I'm being serious, actually. How is that not a crime? I mean, I support your First Amendment. You want to be out there, protest, wear your shirt, wear your frog suit, your Pokemon, whatever. But this is what we're teaching our kids.
They want
And
our
there are
kids.
adults around them applauding this. What in the absolute hell are we teaching our children? So it's acceptable to take a pinata, and free speech does have its limits. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm just wrong. Maybe.
No, I don't think you are.
Yeah. They're stabbing.
You don't have your
figure
kids
of
out there
Trump.
doing that. I mean, it
Or
doesn't
take them to
matter
the
who
horse
it
track.
is.
Or take them to the horse track.
Yeah, that
Chicago
too.
Mayor Johnson, I'm not even going to go over this whole article because he says that Tyrant Trump has declared war on the city. And I've said this a couple times, and you know what? Let's just be fair here. I'll pull this up again in case there's any questions, and I'm going to be wrong on my number, but I think, let me get this different view here. We'll just do train. I think that ICE Homeland has a federal law that a 100-mile area of a border of the United States is their jurisdiction. U.S. Marshals, it's a little bit different. So I'm kind of confused here. Would Chicago not fall into that, being that it's on a Canadian lake? Just thinking. And then we'll go back to it. Well, have we covered Idaho yet? Idaho is wondering, and well, it's up here some damn where. Don't they also border with? No, maybe they don't. Okay, I could be wrong of it. Just forgive me on Idaho. I don't know what I do. I thought Idaho bordered. Isn't that border? I need a better. I can't read this damn map. I'm blind as a bat. No, not that map. I'll never read the damn thing. You have that map. They're not. Boise, where's the line? No, give me the regular map. Jesus. Just show me the regular map. No, not that one. Not that one. I don't know what the hell that map is. Just give me the regular map. One I can, the default. Does it not? All right. So my geography was wrong. No, they do. It does. It has a little strip there where it borders. So, at any rate. So the mayor has said that we've declared war on the city.
Now, I was reading a thing that said that the citizens of Chicago, a lot of them want their neighborhoods back. These people are really upsetting a lot of the people that live there.
Well, yeah,
I mean, not ICE. They're talking about the protesters. They're upset that.
I know. Well, a lot of them are being bussed in, and they won't tell you that. But because you can go look at footage, and there's shows that have done this, and there's video of them being in DC, then Chicago, then Russia. Yeah. They're getting somewhere, somehow. Maybe they're independently wealthy. I don't know. But you can take a poll and make it go either way. I mean, let's be honest about that. So
true.
Denise says they teach hate, not love. And Monica follows up by saying, then we want to know why our kids act out of violence. Yeah, you just said it was okay to poke the president through his neck with a stick. I didn't say that, by the way. Don't at me on YouTube. So we are running way late today. Well, it's all right because the government's shut down. Democrat New York congressman is calling on the NYPD to arrest and prosecute ICE agents who engage in unlawful actions. They're long. That's not going to work out too well. So let's see. We're going to move along quickly here. Stage 5 TDS. De Niro calls for leftists to fight it out with the Nazis. So they're calling for, peace. Well,
I was born in Germany. I take offense to that.
If you follow the show for a while, you remember I was quite controversial when I covered this. The Cincinnati police chief, well, she's been fired. And I don't know if you remember the story, but she's obviously a DEI hire. But she's now saying she's being fired because she's white. Never mind the fact that she's in a huge lawsuit with people who tested for positions and were denied because they were white. There's a vote of no confidence by the union. Now, to be fair, they are also the Fraternal Order of Police. There's a vote of no confidence in the mayor as well. So it's not just her. But the mayor is basically throwing her to the wolves and has suspended her. And she's saying that she is the only woman, that she has the only experience, and she is blah, blah, blah. She's the best in the world. She's probably a political fucking scientist, and her head's the size of the goddamn country. But she is the one that said me, as in YouTubers, was the reason that the city was having these concerns.
You know, if we all turned our skin inside out, nobody would know who to hire.
I don't... She may have a lot of police training, but when she did her media interviews, she was an idiot. It was the incident that shocked the world where a woman was beat by. Well, there were several people. They were of different persuasions that were beat by larger groups of another persuasion, including a woman who was knocked unconscious. Who all she did was come to try and help an unconscious person on the ground. She was beat. Yeah, it was a big deal, and the police chief was horrible with her press conferences. She scolded the journalists for taking the shocking fight out of context. It's kind of hard to take it out of context. So now she is claiming that she's too white, and that's why they got rid of her.
Oh, Jesus.
I just don't get it. Take your goddamn back pay, retire. You got a contract. You're going to get paid $250,000 for the next year or two. Get a buyout. Take your pension. Leave. Take your marbles. Go home. It's simple. Yeah. You didn't do the job right. Well, the alien mothership. Well, we're about to see what happens. 3i Atlas. Well, we're about to see. It's going to go hide behind the sun. There it is, just peeking. Well, no, it's Mercury, but it's hiding. So we're not going to know what it's going to do. Next key test is to what it does. Many people, astronomy experts are saying, book your vacations ahead of October 29th.
Don't be home when this happens. That's a good idea.
Vacation. Yeah, I don't want to be home. I want to be with strangers when the aliens are around me. Yeah. So.
You know, we can only hope it's aliens, because I'm going to tell you, with as big as that thing is, if it falls from the sky, we're screwed anyways. Doesn't matter.
See here, it's already supposed to be sublimating. It's already supposed to be breaking up because it's so close to the sun, and it's not doing that. Why? It's getting bigger.
How does it grow? What?
I think it's the fact that they keep telling us, oh, it's the size of a marble. Okay, basketball. Oh, we meant bowling ball. Oh, shit. It's the size of a small town. We missed it by that much. Now we're going to play. What's the game where you wait somebody out there? We're playing wait and see.
Yeah.
While it goes and hides behind the sun.
We're
now,
playing
anything
ladder.
I heard a geophysicist make this argument, and there's a peer-reviewed paper on it, that there may be organisms living on or within the sun.
Do you think?
I don't know. I don't know. He's got a lot more education. He can say he's a fucking scientist. So stupid. I don't understand. But yeah, I guess there could be hot beings. I don't know. Well, for years, we believed that inside the earth, there was a huge lava core where the dead people that were bad went. So So now we're going to wait it out with 3i Atlas. Today is the last day. We'll be able to get a peek until October 29th when it comes out. And, well, the aliens will be here.
Like I said, please don't stand outside with a sign that says welcome to Earth. Come on, people, get a grip. Don't do it.
I am almost, what day is the 29th? I am almost scared to just say, what day is October 20th? I know it's Mrs. Sportcat's birthday. That's why I can't forget it. But yeah. The aliens are going to come get us on Mrs. Sportcat's birthday. Yeah, great. Hey, it might be a good thing for me.
You can tell her, happy birthday. It was nice knowing you.
Well, I bought her a gift. Nobody bought me a gift. I'm not.
Oh, what'd you get her?
29. It's a Wednesday. It's a week from tomorrow. So I got her a rock.
Did you?
I got her
You
a
got her a rock, the Atlas?
No, I got her. Dude, they're on my desk and they're on my shelf up here. I got like 100 million little rocks, and if you ever hear me fiddling with something, it's one of the rocks. I got her a green moss something. I don't know. It's a nice rock. I bought it, but she didn't get me anything. Nobody got me.
You probably shouldn't have bought her a rock, Glenn. She's gonna just throw it at you.
If we have a show a week from Thursday because the alien overlords, and I show up with a black eye, you'll know. So
you bought me a rock, I'd throw it at you unless it was on a ring and it was,
the
shiny.
Misfits for my birthday last year got me a tiger's eye penis. So
I know, I seen that.
It was a rock. So
I was part of that when that
nobody
happened.
bought me anything this year. Nobody bought me a damn thing this year. So I guess that's what I did for busting up the show.
I said happy birthday to you. You always forget mine, so I don't even want to hear.
I don't know when yours is. See, here's the thing: guys don't know this shit. If it wasn't for a calendar, I wouldn't know half the shit I know.
Mine is January 9th. It should pop up on your Facebook. Do you never look?
I haven't looked at Facebook today. It's the day after. I can remember it now. It's the day after Elvis's. Gotcha. Okay.
Yes.
So, all right, man, we are running out of time today. The United Airlines flight that was cracked. Well, they're saying that there's like 0.03666666 or something chance that of a trillionth that it could be space debris, because we keep an eye on that. That is what scientists say. It can't be something from space because we know where it all is, but we think it's a balloon. We think it's a weather balloon. So let me get this straight. You know where a pea-size or golf ball-size piece of stuff coming from outer space is coming into our world,
but don't know where Atlas is.
But we don't know where Atlas is, and we don't know where the weather balloons are. They're just running into planes. I don't know about it. But the United Airlines flights that had to make emergency landing because it struck something at 36,000 feet. They don't know what it was. It's a bird. It's a plane.
We know it wasn't Superman.
Oh, well, no, but that's coming on HBO. So now they think it was a weather balloon because we know where all the space debris is, but we don't know where our weather balloons are.
Yes. It's of course.
Chris says, sorry, we dropped the ball on getting you another penis. According to the doctor, I need one. So Monica's birthday, or mom's birthday, is January 10th. Happy early birthday to her. And Denise says, I always remember Renee's birthday. It's my sober anniversary. Well, it's good. Congratulations. Brenda's birthday. Okay. I was like, okay. Renee. I didn't know who Renee was, but I was just going with it. So, well, Brenda, you're the reason.
I am her.
Ironically enough, Brenda's the reason I started drinking. So,
you know what?
This article, I read this just because I'm a historian about Washington. Growing up just outside of his home, it compared what Washington and Hegseth would agree and disagree on. Physical fitness. The admiral he wanted his troops in shape. He didn't give a rat's ass about their facial fur, though. That's a horrible picture of him. But we'll just go. It's a good article. If it's on the conservationist.com, go check it out. But basically, they agreed on many points about soldiers, but they didn't necessarily agree on the whiskers or waistline. So Washington, as long as you could carry a musket, he was there for it. And he didn't care if you shaved or not. But apparently in today's military, you have to. I don't know. I had this pulled up to show which states love candy corn more than others, but apparently the internet has crashed. No, there it is. So it appears that the Midwest likes candy corn the most. And it's like least in California and Florida. Do you like candy corn?
I do.
Really?
I just can't eat it because it's nothing but pure sugar.
Yeah, I just don't much care for it, but I mean, it's okay. Monica says, my mom is no longer here, but we wish her a happy early birthday in heaven. Yes, happy early birthday. And tomorrow night, because there will be tonight, because there will be no moon, go out and find the constellation Orion at about 1 a.m. And there's supposed to be a great light show. If you can find the constellation Orion and look in it, supposedly the dust from Halley's Comet is what we're passing through, and it's going to produce about 20 meteors an hour. So 1 o'clock tonight, go out and check it out.
At 1 o'clock, I'm usually watching somebody's show, settling down, trying to go to bed. Oh, let's see what lazy FEMA's doing.
Well, I'm going to update this to make sure that, no, FEMA's still operating on Sunday. Nothing apparently is going to happen. We're all safe. So, all right, let's go to the president's daily schedule here and see. 9 a.m. the press need to be in their little cubicles, and 11 a.m. Good Lord, he participated in something. He participates in the Richard Nixon Architect of Peace Awards ceremony. I have no idea what the hell that is. Then he had a lunch at noon outside in the Rose Garden. And then they called the lid on it at 1:34. And at 2:20, it's kind of an odd time to call lid. Out at the Sticks, there's going to be senators being interviewed. And then at 4, in about 40 minutes from now, he's going to participate in the Diawaya celebration. I have no idea what that is. And tonight on the Rose Garden, there will be a dinner. And if I understand correctly, it's going to be for all the congressmen and senators. I don't know if that's big enough for that.
Is that a makeup dinner so they can start working again? I mean,
I think he's trying to get them together to talk. I don't know. Maybe, but who'll show up? I don't know. Let's see. Jeffrey says he won't be intimidated. I'm just going to skim through this. Trump predicts the Republicans will do fantastically in the midterm. Yeah, we'll see. Let's see. Anyway, okay, so it was a GOP senator's lunch, so it's probably going to be a senator's dinner. I don't know. Muammar Gaddafi is fighting deportation still. All right. Well, why do we still have him? Van Surgeon's patients. I didn't even know we still had him. Inflatable costumes deflate tensions is one of the reasons they have them. Okay. All right. I can agree you don't necessarily want to punch Pokemon or a frog or whatever. Okay.
Like I said, I watched those because I'm waiting for one of them ice agents to tackle one of those things and roll around the ground with it just to have something to laugh at.
Monica, I can only sympathize at the time. I don't know the feeling. So let's look at the weather here. And it looks like the only mixed precipitation is going to be that little bitty teeny tiny part of Minnesota up there. Otherwise, there's going to be across the Atlantic, Northeast, Boston, down through the Appalachian to the deep South, some spotty showers. I saw earlier the Tennessee, Alabama, Georgia line. There was a really bad storm. So that's the areas of concern. Today, Colorado, my friend sent me from Colorado some pictures of the snow. So they got about 2 inches. So they could get some mixed precipitation, as well as the Sierra Nevadas and up into the Clackamas Valley, Rose Valley, what is called up there in Washington, and Wyoming, and not Wyoming, I'm sorry, Nevada could get some of the higher elevations. And day 3, it's still snowing in Colorado. So maybe I'll go to Colorado. So today, there is less than 2% chance of tornadic activity, but there is some winds up on the Great Lakes, so pay attention to that. And down on the Gulf of America, the Louisiana-Texas line, there's a chance for storms with hail. Let's see. Probabilistic amounts of precipitation for today. And it looks like the worst is going to be around the Great Lakes and up in Massachusetts, New England, up in that area. The center of the country, also some problems area. And of course, it always rains in Seattle. was a horrible game last night.
Of course.
Well, it wasn't horrible, but it wasn't that great. Let's see. Looking elsewhere, let's look around the world there and see where there's any other problematic rains. Well, in Melbourne, you could have some significant rain today, so make sure to check in with your Bureau of Meteorology. Speaking of which, we will talk about that right now. Sydney, you're currently 19. We're going to get to 39. It's going to be windy, but mostly sunny. Melbourne, well, you're at 20.5. You're at your high almost. Rainy skies, windies with some storms like we talked about. Brisbane, you're at 19, almost 19. You're going to get to 30. It's going to be cloudy but clearing later in the day. Perth, you're at 10.6. You're going to make it to 22 and sunny skies. Adelaide, well, you're at 15. You're going to make it to 18 with some showers and some wind in the afternoon, but it'll be lightening up before the asteroid storm. So go check it out. Hobart, you're at almost 10. You're going to make it to 14, but it's going to be rainy. 6 millimeters of rain and 9 millimeter in Hobart. 6 in Grim and 9 in Hobart. Canberra, it's at 14. You're going to make it to 31. Rainy and becoming windy. Darwin, well, you're the warm spot. 27 right now. Going to make it to 35 and a little bit of showers here and there, but mostly sunny. So there you go. Check into your Bureau of Meteorology for more information because I'm not a scientist. I just read things. So, National Hurricane Center. We got to get this in before we go. Did I refresh this? Well, this should be the most accurate one. The little thing down there is now Tropical Storm Melissa as of 2 o'clock. And it's got winds of 50 miles an hour. So, and it's moving. Which way is it moving? It is moving west at 14 miles an hour. So here's the problem. It's going to turn. When is it going to turn is the problem. So we'll look at the spaghetti model here in just a second. Let's look at let's just get a big picture of the Atlantic and see what we see out there. Well, you can't really see her in that one. Let's go down to the Gulf of America. You can't really see her there either. Where the hell is she? She's down there somewhere. There we go. You can see her down there. She's not got a well-deformed eye yet, but she's working on it. So keep your eyes on Melissa because, well, we don't know what she's going to do. She's a mean one. Well, refresh. And we see her. There she is down there off of the coast of Caracas. And she's almost got a formed eye. She's trying. But right now she's just moving to the west. Now here's the problem. We'll go to the spaghetti models. Let's update this so we get the most recent spaghetti model. And here's where it's going. It could hit Miami or it could hit France. I'm not making this up. I am looking at the spaghetti model. Pay attention
it's like
to
an octopus.
So it could hit Miami or it could hit France. So we can tell you where a piece of debris from space is the size of a golf ball, but we can't tell you where a storm is going, even though our weather balloons are taking out planes.
That is correct.
But I would guess if you're anywhere from Puerto Rico to the west, you might want to pay attention. But the problem is this thing, depending on how big Melissa gets, if she comes close to the East Coast, even with some of these predictions, I mean, there's one that has her coming inland. Let's hope not. But down in the Gulf of America. But even if she does just brush the coast, it's all going to depend on her size. So she's going to turn and go back to the northeast, but currently she's headed west. When she's going to turn, we're not really sure. So it seems to me that they think that the best model that she's going to turn and go back out to sea. Maybe Bermuda might want to watch out. She did a little skippity-doo there, didn't she? So we're going to keep an eye on her, but that's the spaghetti model right there, and we don't know where she's going to go. I wonder if Vegas has got odds on this yet. Let's see here. Let's refresh this. And what kind of warning do you think we'll have, Brenda? Anything special? Yeah, 15 minutes.
Probably something from Andy. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Probably frost in Kansas and Nebraska. And let's see here. I don't see a test one yet, but I'm sure he snuck one in somewhere. All kinds of small craft and gale advisories if you're near water. Frost advisory in Idaho. And they also have a wind advisory in Alaska. High wind warning. Shock. Oh, those people up there. It's good. They're going to have a freezing hurricane. And tonight when the sun sets, it won't rise again until January.
Well.
So it's going to get, tonight's forecast is it's going to be dark and it's going to turn cloudy with winds at 80 and hail and snow.
Everybody hide your nuts. Oh.
And don't worry, by next week the aliens will take us over. So
yeah.
Maybe Alaska's not the place to be.
Maybe that's where they're going to go.
Yeah, see, they've already got all these storm warnings and gale warnings, high wind warnings. Good Lord. Well, it's probably a pretty good chance the aliens won't go there. Just saying. I mean, they might. So,
yeah.
They might.
If
they did build this tunnel from Alaska to Russia, we can't get from Canada to Alaska without a passport. How is that? I'm just asking for a friend. I'm not the brightest one. Let's zoom out and see what's going on in Alaska. Well, there's a lot of earthquakes. There's some volcanoes. There's a hurricane, and well, it's going to get dark, and the sun will come up in January. So.
Jeez, man,
the
risk you have to take to live in such a beautiful place.
I know. And if you go out and fish, you get ate by whales.
Oh God!
And they get polar bears too. It's horrible. So. Let's see. That storm's died down. That's went across. It's in the Appalachians right now. It's in northeast Georgia. So, in parts of western North Carolina. It looks like it's got a little power down there in Mississippi too, going down all the way back down to almost New Orleans. And we see that big storm up there where all the wind is coming from Canadian front that's trying to push down. And we see Melissa down here just churning away, doing her thing. So, hey, she's clear of Venezuela, and she's almost out of the way of Colombia, so we can start bombing. Commence bombing. At any moment.
Let the bombings commence.
To bombing start. This is worldwide warnings. We'll go down to Australia first because we've made enough fun of the Americans and see what they got going on down here. Well, in the Northern Territory, you have severe heat wave warning. And in the Queensland, you have a severe heat wave warning. And then over in Western Australia, you also have, nope, it's been canceled. See, this confuses me. They've made it a different color, so it doesn't exist. I don't understand. You've confused me. It's yellow, but it's still there. Let's see here. Storm force winds, coastal waters between South Victoria border and the Cape. There you go. Yeah. Extreme fire in Hunter and Sydney region. And of course, along the coastline, you have strong wind warnings on the east and west coast, actually. So they don't tell you to protect your sheep. So severe weather warning is pretty much for most of New South Wales there. All right.
I have a friend that lives out there, and he used to have a sheep that belonged to the owner of the property, and it was a big old, ugly looking thing. And he used to come in the house and just hang out. I was like, ew.
Yeah. All right, then. Let's see. Alaska, well, if the coastline and the islands, well, you've got a warning for everything. Earthquake, volcano, hurricane, that's everything. So
well.
Looks like this is for Southwest Virginia and all of North Carolina. It looks like there's a special weather statement, so the storms could pick up a little power later today as they move through. Let's take a look at the electrical activity in them real quick. No, I don't want to buy 3D. Go away. Well, right now, the most electrical activity, there's a little cell up there in East Tennessee, Johnson City, Jefferson City. But the rest is all down in Louisiana and Texas. But I'm assuming they're saying it's going to cross the Appalachia and it'll pick up the energy again. So that's a guess. I don't know. Right now, California has, you have 16,000 people without power. Brenda, you've got 8,000 people. Tennessee, you have 13. No, I'm sorry, it's Kentucky. Tennessee has 1,100. Kentucky has 1,300. Florida, 1,500. So, and it looks like going up to Pennsylvania, 2,500 and 19. I'm sorry, 1,000 in New York. So, and up in Michigan, I always forget about that little section of Michigan up there. There's no tunnel to get to it. It's 3,000 people without power. So,
oh gosh.
Look at the Earth from 3D and get the AI wins. Maybe. I'm telling you, the internet is still broke.
Yep.
Look at this off of the Alaska coast. It's that storm's got an eye. Both of them have an eye. And they're just sitting there battering the coast of Alaska. Man.
Jeez.
I wanted to go there. I really did. But I don't know what to do now. I wanted to go on one of those.
Time of the year. That's all you do.
Well, it's dark until January, so
go in January.
Let's see, don't go during the typhoon season, the dark season. There's got to be 2 other seasons. So. It is beautiful, though. It is very beautiful. I had friends that were recruited out of paramedic school, went up there and did some time. And us had some also firefighters that did. And they got lots of experience, but wow, it's a total different world up there in public safety. So let's check out the weather real quick before we get out of here. Boston, well, you're going to be 64 degrees today, sunny. New York City, you're going to make it to 67 with sunny skies. Washington, D.C., well, for their dinners today, it's going to be up to 70 with partly cloudy skies. Here in Atlanta, it's cold this morning, but it's going to make it to 75. It's already made it to 75. Let's go check in on our friends down in Key West. I always like to know what's going on down there. It's 81. It's going to be the high and sunny skies. I wish it was in Key West. What's the weather in Pensacola? Let's just check here. In Pensacola, because I'm bored, Pensacola, almost 80, 77 sunny skies today. Doesn't look like there's any rain in the future. Brenda, right now, it looks like the hottest spot in the country is Houston. So
good for them.
90 degrees.
They deserve it.
Yeah, 90 degrees today. So there's probably a heat warning down there. Let's see. Did I miss anybody? Chris, up in Chicago, windy, 56 is your high today. Oh, I got to go over here to Cleveland for the Thin Line Rock Station and make sure because they're listening to the show. I actually went to sleep last night and had the pillow speaker on, and I heard my show, and I was like, wait, that's me. They were doing me on replay overnight. I didn't know they did that. It's kind of weird.
You have a pillow speaker? Wait, what?
Yeah, I got a pillow speaker.
What is this? I need one of those.
A little Bluetooth speaker. It goes under the pillow, and nobody else can hear it. It goes through your pillow, and it works great. It's like $20 on Amazon. Don't order it because the internet's down. So, but
yeah, of course not. Thanks
no, it's
Amazon.
a good thing. So it's a good thing. I'll send you the link. I love it. Beth got the kind you put in your ears, the earbuds. I don't like that. So, well, there we go. That isn't working. So it's ongoing.
Nice. It's snowing everywhere.
There's a lot of fires up there. It looks like, well, let's see who had the most fires yesterday. No, I was about to say Connecticut. Oh, my home state here, Georgia, had 109 fires yesterday. Looks like Tennessee wasn't too far behind them. With how many did Tennessee have? 55.
Everybody must be on a burn ban. Everybody always burns when there's.
Did you know you
ban.
can't burn in Georgia on Sundays because it's Lord's Day? I did not know that.
That's not true. Saturday is, but you know.
Well, I'm just telling you what the law says. It's the Lord's Day. It's smoky down in the Gulf of America from Atlanta down. Yeah, well, really, from Middle Tennessee down to the Gulf of America. Smoky from all the brush fires and all the people that aren't burning on the Lord's Day. So that's why we have code yellow and orange. You can't really see it though. I don't know if it's the internet or if it's I don't know. Maybe it's just
you.
Yeah, it could be. What the hell is that going across the top of my screen? Let's
I don't know.
Did you see that too? Okay, so it wasn't just me. Let's just pull up the last hour because
With Atlas.
I don't know. Last hour, there's been some shaking out in San Francisco. So San Francisco had a 2.1, and Northern had a 2.5. That's a baby one for them.
Oh, yes.
And let's see. We'll skip ahead here. There are currently no tsunami watches, warning, or threats. That's always good news. Close some of these windows here so it maybe you'll free it up and it'll run a little bit better. And looking at disasters, well, there's quite a few of them. But FEMA, Kilauea, volcano, and a tropical cyclone. Cyclone's probably for Alaska, and Hawaii is the you know, I didn't even look and see. I think they're code orange. They're always code orange. Let's see. No, we're not going to do that. Let's just skip ahead a little bit here in time because we're running out of time, and we'll just take a quick peek and see what we see about military planes and where they're flying around and what they're doing. What do you say?
Oh, crap.
Well, that's all the planes. Have to bring it down a little bit. So we'll see. They're doing a lot of training down here, doing a lot of helicopter training down here in the Gulf of America. And what's this down there? That is that a P-8? That's a Spain. What the hell is a Spain plane? Oh, it's coming in. Oh, it's coming in from overseas. Bet you money it's going to pick some people up and get out of here. Just guessing.
Probably.
Just guessing. Jacksonville's got a lot of helicopters training activity going on. And that's a dignitary. Let's see. What are you? You're a Cessna. You're no big deal. We ain't worried about you. I'm not looking for P8s or anything interesting. Usually along the coastline. Lots of troop movement moving around. By the way, I guess we're going to be moving troops into Portland. That got approved. So, and last night, apparently the locals weren't happy about it. Well, there's something right there. You have a tanker up in the middle of the country, which means there are some fighter jets up. So, there's two tankers up, and they are circling over. Look at that. They're usually not doing the middle of the country. They're going from Canada down to Chicago. So, some fighter activity in that area. Whenever you see that, there's a P-8. What the hell? Okay. We talked about this the other day. I'm running out of time here, but a P-8. All right. So they were down in the Gulf of America. I'm sorry. They went over to the Gulf of America, but they started on the Atlantic side. They're circling over Omaha. Omaha. Remember that. So Columbia and Omaha. We talked about Idaho in the past. Well, today, and there was a lot of activity there. No call signs, so they won't tell you what that one is or what it's doing. All right, interesting. So a P-8 is typically a subplane, but it does do communications and intelligence. It does more than one thing. So they're out circling over the middle of the country there. What did I say? Montana, Idaho? Where the hell did I just say, Brenda? I don't know. So
you said Nebraska.
Nebraska. Yeah, that's right. Nebraska. So, all right. Constant Phoenix. Ooh, that's interesting. That plane's up. Oh, all right. That's a doomsday plane. It took off from Phoenix and it's headed towards the middle of the country. So
practicing.
Right then. Yeah, there you go. All right. Well, we're running out of time. Brenda, you got anything coming up?
Just so far, I don't know.
Okay.
Just you. So far.
Yeah. Brenda's doing me. So we well, hey, that's 2 minutes of my life. We will have our show tomorrow, same time, same place, from 2 to 4 Eastern. And of course, we appreciate everybody on the Finland Rock Station. I'm sorry, Finland Rock Station. Good Lord. Radio X and Dare Talk Radio. We appreciate Finland too. But we haven't got to talk about that. Let's see. So we got that. And then I got my Wednesday night show coming up at 9 p.m. Eastern. I appreciate everyone that watches and listens to the show. And I know that Brenda's channel has been getting a lot of views and likes from it, maybe some subs. I don't know. But I need you to come over. You can watch the show on her channel. That's cool. Just give me a subscription, please. For God's sakes, give me a subscription. Go to the Sportcat shows. I'm begging you. You watch a show anyway. You watch it at Harley's, you can watch it on Brenda's, but for God's sakes, please, I'm begging you.
I like when you beg. It's kind of appealing.
Well, it needs to happen before October 29th. So when the alien overlords take me, you can say, hey, I am YouTube monetized. So
gives you a special seat.
They'll give me a pass. Everybody, I do really, really want you and need you to come over and find the Sportcat shows on the Paranormal, 3 words, guys with a Z, or just search out the Sportcat shows. Hit that subscription button. You don't understand. It will really, it will make me, it'll cheer me up. It'll make my day so much better. So please, everybody that's listening to Radio X, Dare Talk Radio, Brenda's channel, Beyond the Box, and of course, Harley's channel as well. Please come over and give me a sub. We will see you tomorrow. Brenda and I still haven't made a big announcement yet. We will make an announcement.
We will. No, we're not getting married, so
no,
y'all
God,
just
no,
stop
no,
that.
I've already bought one house. I've already lost my
I don't want a house.
Give another one a house. I'm buying a condo. All right, everybody have a great day. We're out of time. Dare Talk Radio, Radio X. We appreciate everybody. Have a wonderful morning. I hope it's great wherever you are. Come check us out tomorrow night.
Yes. Bye, everyone.
See you soon. Bye. We're out.